Hello, friends, and welcome back. Today I am cleaning out my refrigerator. We have lived in this home for about a year and 3 months, and the refrigerator came with the home. And it's in pretty good condition. So I cleaned it, of course, when we moved in, but I'm embarrassed to say that I have not cleaned it since then. So we've got some serious things to clean out of here today. I have, thrown things away that have obviously needed trashed over the course of that year, but I haven't actually wiped down the shelves or anything like that. So let's see what we're getting into today. First, I started by bringing everything out of the fridge, but got interrupted by my toddler who wanted me to come and play with him. So I took a little break and I'm back, removing everything from the fridge. I threw away leftovers. Now I'm just taking things out, checking dates, checking for mold, things like that. You'd be surprised what you'll find in the back of the fridge. My kids are notorious for putting cups in the fridge with milk. And you can see there, they put a cup in, Lord knows how long ago, it spilled. And the milk has since dried and it is crusted everywhere. So, yeah, did not know that was back there. So, yeah, that's exciting. Kids, Speaking of kids, Margaret wanted to help me out. So I finally got everything out of the refrigerator and check it out. Should probably clean my fridge out more than once every year and 3 months. So I'm just starting with the shelves because that's enough to start with. And I'm using this Azure Clean all-purpose household cleaner. This is the first time I've actually used it. I just got it on my February haul. So I can say that it worked really well. It's very clean-based chemicals, and it did a good job. It would remind me of just using vinegar, honestly. But for a cleaner, it did a really good job. So I sprayed it and let it soak for a while, and now I'm going back and scrubbing it with a wash rag, and I have to keep going and wringing out the wash rag because of all that, crust that I showed you and food particles. So yeah, I decided that this was going to take more, so I got the dual-sided cleaning brush that I have from Pampered Chef. If you're interested in that, I can put it in the comments, or in the description, and it did a wondrous job of getting in those cracks. Our shelves are glass, so where the glass meets the plastic, there's a bit of a lip, and stuff gets jammed in there. So this has a pointed edge that I could use to scrape in there and get all that gunk out of that crack. So that changed the game of doing the shelves. So Joseph was trying to help me there and he shut the door. He knows that we keep the refrigerator door shut, so he's a bit confused why I have it wide open. Margaret's trying to eat sriracha, it looks like. And Joseph's trying to put stuff back in. So yeah, when you're cleaning with kids, if you have kids, you know what it's like. They're constantly helping you. And it makes things fun and interesting and usually take a little bit longer than they should. But I eventually got it all cleaned out. And look, it's looking so much better. No more crusted milk. So got the glass cleaned. That Azure household cleaner did a great job of getting smudges and stuff out. I bought these individual boxes from Sam's Club, and I will also link those in the description as well, just to try to stay a little bit more organized, try to keep things categorized. I had a hard time deciding what to put in what containers, what to put with what. So it took me a little bit. So I started by putting the big things in that wouldn't go in those containers, putting them in their spots. And then I kind of just saw what was left and put those things in containers. Like in that container, I put like pickles. We love pickles, so we have a few different types. I put some sauces. My husband makes a homemade sauce, hot sauce that I put in one with sauces. I put like jellies in one, cream, coconut cream, extra butter, stuff like that. I put in one. And I moved some shelves around just to kind of give a little bit more space. I put my individual little single serve guacamoles in one, kind of like a miscellaneous one. I put some extra butter in there. And so, yeah, I got all of that back in the fridge, and I realized that I had so much junk in the fridge that I didn't need. When I put everything back in, I realized my fridge is kind of empty, so probably need to restock on a few things. So now I'm starting on the door, taking everything out, checking dates, checking for duplicates. That's something I found. I had a lot of duplicates. That I didn't realize I had, like 2 yellow mustards and 2 of the same exact Sweet Baby Ray's barbecue sauces, and some stuff that was super moldy and expired. So just throwing that stuff away, cleaning out, looking at what we've got, what we need, just taking a bit of an inventory. And at first I sprayed all these down with the cleaner, and then I realized I could take them out. So I took all the shelves off the door, and that one was a little bit hard to budge. Had to set Margaret down and get it off. So I took all these off the doors and put them in the sink to soak. And honestly, soaking really did the job. I did a little bit of scrubbing with that tool I showed you earlier, the Pampered Chef dual-sided cleaning brush. But honestly, just a good old soak in some dish soap did the trick, really, just to get that crusted material off of there. Some of these shelves, like I said, this refrigerator came with the house. So some of these shelves are cracked. They are, not in the best condition. This is a used refrigerator, but for us with 4 children who are constantly, getting in and out of the fridge, this refrigerator is working for us now. As our children grow and start eating more, we may end up needing a refrigerator that maximizes space a little bit more so we can fit more in it. But for now, this does the trick. So I am just washing these up. This was probably one of the dirtier parts of the refrigerator, just because with sauces and stuff, when you don't get the lid screwed on right, or maybe something tips over, whatever it is, stuff builds up in there and you can't necessarily see it. So, it had stayed like that. So now it's time to do the plain doors. And I sprayed it down with the cleaner again and just gave it a good wipe down. This wasn't too bad. Nothing really actually touches the doors themselves. So they just were mostly just, had a little bit of dirt here and there. And I don't know about you, maybe leave it in the comments if you see this as well, but I was shocked with the amount of dog hair that I found in my refrigerator. Dog hair gets everywhere, but I wasn't really expecting to see as much as I did in my refrigerator. If you've noticed that, leave it in the comments, so I know that I'm not alone. So after I cleaned the doors, I put these back on. As you can see, some of them weren't very easy to do one-handed, but that's okay. As a mom, we're used to doing things one-handed, right? So I then started putting things back, and I tried to organize a little bit better. You can see I'm putting all like my little jars in one of like horseradish and capers and pepper, like pickled jalapenos and stuff like that. Checking dates, putting all like my coconut aminos, soy sauce, Worcestershire sauce, hoisin sauce on one. My big items, like I buy the big ketchup and the big Parmesan cheese from Sam's Club. Those fit on the bottom. Putting all my barbecue sauce and mustard in one. We have a weird amount of barbecue sauce, different barbecue sauces and mustards. Didn't really realize that, but we do. So they have their own spot in the fridge. And then dressings and the beloved Chick-fil-A sauce that my children love. There's Joseph eating his Go-Gurt. Got my butter tray back in there. Keep my tomato paste up there for some reason. I don't know. Just a weird place that we keep it to know where it is. All of our barbecue sauces and mustards, as I mentioned. As you can see, that one's cracked. Hot sauces and stuff. So, yeah. Got the doors done. Now it is time to move on to the drawers. Now, that left drawer, so I have 2 rows of drawers. one split drawer with 2 drawers, and then one large, like, width of the entire fridge drawer. So that left split drawer will not come out because, as you can see, my left drawer, or my left fridge door, does not open all the way because of the counter. So, you know, if you have a moved into house that you didn't build, you probably also see these things where things just don't completely fit right or open right or whatever. So I could not take that drawer out, so I had to clean it with it in the fridge. So looking back, I would probably have vacuumed the entire fridge out to start with. You know, I should have emptied it and vacuumed it out. That's probably what I will do next time. And I should have done that with this drawer, definitely, because I was just using paper towels to pick up all of the crumbs and everything and try to get it out. And then I used the spray to spray it down and wipe it out. So this is my vegetable drawer. So as you can see, I'm putting all the vegetables back in that drawer, exclusively vegetables in that drawer. This right side drawer is most of our meats, and we also keep our tortilla shells, soft tortilla shells in there. So I took all of those out, and that door opens all the way. So I was able to get that drawer out. So I just, it's so much easier to wash it in the sink than trying to do it like I had to do the other one. But that's okay. We made it work, and I got it clean, so that's the main thing. So got it clean, got it dried off. Now I'm cleaning underneath the drawer where it like sits when the drawer's in there, basically. So, you know, things get spilled and it gets down in there, and dog hair again. So putting the drawer back in, putting all my pepperoni and back in, checking packages and putting things in baggie that I didn't put in baggies before. Checking the seal on things, making sure everything's sealed up, and putting that all back in. And then the bottom drawer, that is where we keep our cheese. So taking all the cheese out, again, since my left door does not open all the way, I couldn't take this drawer out either. But as I was taking out all the cheese, I realized how deep this drawer is. I did not realize that. It seems to go on forever back there, and there were some things that, goodness, I don't think I've used for at least a year. So I took all of those out and threw a bunch of them away because they were old and moldy, and cleaned way back in there, all the way to the back. And this drawer wasn't as dirty, surprisingly. I don't know why, it just wasn't. So it didn't take as long to clean. And then when I started putting the cheeses back in, you'll see there how deep it is. It's extremely deep. But when I started putting all the cheeses back in, I just checked seals on baggies. And I use block cheese. I don't buy shredded cheese generally. Now you'll see I do have a bag of shredded cheese in there. So that was for our daughter's birthday party. She's about to turn 1. So I got that because we're going to have walking tacos. But and I didn't want to shred a bunch of cheese just for everybody, so I bought it. But anyway, if you use something other than baggies to store, see how I use baggies to store my cheese in? If you have an idea for something that is better than baggies, please let me know, because cheese, you know, I have a problem with it staying fresh sometimes. And then I put the cheese sticks in that one of those containers from Sam's Club. That way my kids could easily reach in there and grab one. But that is the end of my cleaning journey. You can see it's all nice and organized. I'm hoping that it stays this way for a while. With 4 children reaching their hands in and flailing them around, things are sure to get knocked over again. But that's life. So now I've got a clean slate to start with, and maybe I can keep it clean. But here is my freezer. We are not doing that today. This is for another day. So if you have any tips on cleaning a freezer like this, that's just like a pit, basically, how to keep it organized, hit me up, because I need help. It's just kind of like throw things in there. So thank you for cleaning with me today. And if you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments and I will get back to you. Feel free to subscribe if you like this content. I have plenty of other places in my house that need clean that we're going to journey together. So please subscribe, like the video, all of that good stuff, and I will see you next time. Have a good day. Bye.